Hello, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram fam that came back to join us, I hope. I am here finally with Amanda Paige Cornett.
What's up, y'all?
It just has not been my weekend, folks. I apologize profusely again. It is 6:30, so for once, I am actually perfectly on time. I know I'm usually a few minutes late, but perfectly on time if you watched my live announcement that I'd be on with Amanda at 6:30. But if you caught it late last night or early this morning, my written one, when I said I'd be on with her at 6 o'clock. Well, if you paid attention to that one, then I'm late. But if you paid attention to the live a little while ago, I'm right on time. So yeah, I just can't seem to get it together this weekend. So forgive me, but we are finally here with Amanda. And I am telling you, girl, the way you did that IG takeover yesterday was fantastic.
Well, I was trying. I felt like I was supposed to make it kind of like take people throughout like what happens in a day of music, I guess. So that's what I tried to do.
Yeah, it was fabulous. I love it. Some people will post just a couple of things throughout the day, maybe one thing. And then there's been a few of y'all that have literally taken us through your day. And that's what I love. I'm like, the more the better. Yeah. Can see what it's actually like. And your day was kind of crazy yesterday.
It worked out because we have a gig tomorrow. And so we had rehearsal, and I'm so excited that we have like a full band gig.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Where are you getting to do that at?
It's going to be in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at Hot Springs Deer Park. And it's 84 acres, and they have an outdoor stages. So there's plenty of room to social distance, which is awesome. We played there 4th of July, and unfortunately my guitar player was not able to make that show because he has 2 kids with CF, and it was still a little too early.
Yeah.
And so tomorrow the band's back together, literally.
Awesome.
All 4 of us. So it'll be pretty great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Now, do you live right in Nashville?
I do. I live about 6 miles from downtown. So.
Oh, that's fabulous. I love it. Love Nashville. Yeah, Nashville's still pretty shut down downtown, correct?
Yeah, Nashville is. The whole state's not, but Nashville is, yes.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, do you feel like that's because maybe they jumped the gun opening everything back up in the beginning, and then supposedly everybody, the numbers went way back up, so they shut everything back down again. I don't know. It's just paranoia, I guess.
The numbers here have been extremely low regardless. I feel like it's a little bit of a political move, to be honest. So.
Yeah. I keep saying that. I keep saying November, we're going to see quite a change.
Yeah, and because we have a different governor and different parties of governor and mayor, and I think that they've been I think our mayor's been trying to kind of, I don't know, do the opposite of what the governor's doing.
Yeah.
Better way to put it.
I've talked to several people that have said kind of the same thing. So yeah, I think a lot of this, and I know I've said that I refuse to talk about politics or religion on my channel just for the obvious reasons, but I can't get away from it with COVID. I'm sorry, what was that?
That's why I was even hesitant to say that, but.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. It's kind of hard to get away from it with COVID. Yeah. If it was just a regular general election year, nothing was major going on in the world, then no, I'm not going to have a debate with people about, one party versus the other. That's not arguments I like to have, because I like a healthy debate. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a healthy debate.
And that's how America used to be.
Yeah, exactly. unfortunately, so many people get too irate about stuff. I mean, if you don't agree with them, it's no longer a healthy debate. It's like, well, you've pissed me off and this is what I think. And I mean, they just get too.
Yep.
So I just prefer to stay away from that kind of stuff. But it's kind of, at this point with COVID, I think it's impossible not to add politics to it. Because my opinion, it has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, the sad thing right now to me is that all of the public school kids in Nashville and in Shelby County out in Memphis are the only kids not being able to participate in extracurricular activities, not being able to participate in fall sports. All the private schools are, all the public schools are, in every other county except those two. And to me, I hate that for those kids because I can't imagine.
Oh, yeah. That's bad.
Across 2 miles away, they're allowed to play, and they're allowed to play in the county in private schools. So it's almost like choosing economically who's allowed to do stuff.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with that around here where I live in North Carolina, because we just sent my youngest son off to college.
Oh, so,
yeah, he went to UNC Charlotte.
Oh, sorry about that win today. My niece is at App State, so.
Oh, really?
She just started at App State, so she's a freshman. So I was pulling for App State today.
Oh, and that's where it's kind of hard because I love App State. I don't have any connection to App State other than the fact that I only live like 30 miles from there. We are literally 30 miles down the mountain. But I love App State. I love Boone. And that's actually one school that Zachary applied to. Yeah. So he did consider App State, but UNC Charlotte won out just because he wanted to be in the city. But he's not my sports kid at all. He could
care then.
He could care less. He may not even be aware that they played App State today.
I know my niece was at home watching. They watched in their dorm room because they weren't allowed to have any crowds. So
yeah,
I hope that they'll be able to have a more normal freshman year at some point.
Yeah, I do too. That's what I'm hoping for Zachary. And well, he actually kind of got the better end of a deal. He was going to be in a suite, and UNC Charlotte's like the only one that waited like a month late to move their kids in. And so when he moved in, he was supposed to be in a suite with 3 other guys. Mm-hmm. And the day he moved in, only one other guy moved in. So it was just 2 of them. And so they were in separate rooms. Well, UNC Charlotte's goal is to have 1 kid per room campus-wide. And so they came and knocked on their door the other day and said, Zachary, you and Anthony are moving. And they're like, okay. So he moves, just same building, just a different hallway. He's moved into a 4-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. So now he has his own bedroom. He's sharing the bathroom with 1 other guy, and they have their own living room and kitchen. And I'm like, dude, you moved up.
Yeah. My niece is an athlete. She's going to be playing softball at App State.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so excited to watch the grown ears.
Yeah.
So I think she's living with one of her other softball teammates, and so they're kind of in their own little bubble, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of my good friends, her daughter, I think it was just last year that her daughter graduated, and she played softball there.
Nice.
Yeah.
A close-knit program. I'm excited to see her play, and they come to Tennessee to play. Hopefully that won't change.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's really sad, the ones that do play. Now, both my daughters played softball and volleyball all through school. Our oldest son played baseball. So we're definitely like a sports family and, watched our kids grow up on the ball field. So for those that aren't getting to play, it breaks my heart.
I was an athletic training major, so I was sports medicine. I kind of feel like I'm blessed and cursed with well-roundedness. I love athletics and music, not necessarily typical, But that's one reason I am so aware of it is I can't imagine my high school time without having Friday night football.
No.
And without having extracurricular activities and all that. And I can't imagine how hard that is for the young people right now.
Oh, I know. Last year, with Zachary being a senior and missing out on, the last semester of senior year, that was really tough on all the kids around here. And we literally live probably 3 minutes from the high school. Mm-hmm. So on Friday nights, if we go outside, we can hear the marching band.
Right.
And I love it. And so yeah. I don't even know, because it's sad to say, but now that I don't have any kids in the school system, I don't know what's going on.
That makes sense.
Kind of out of the loop a little bit. Yeah, kind of out of the loop a little bit. But yeah, anyway, that's terrible. Well, let's get to music. Did you want to start us off with one?
I can.
All right.
I'm gonna save my Carolina song for later.
Okay.
Unless you want me to play it first, I can play it first.
That's okay. You can save it to the end. I was just like, I really hope she plans on playing that one. That was my favorite.
Definitely will, especially since y'all are in North Carolina. I'm from South Carolina, so I was definitely planning on playing it.
Oh, really? Where at in South Carolina?
I'm from Spartanburg, so.
Oh. Girl, small world. All right. I grew up in North Carolina, right at the line, though, in Rutherford County.
Okay, yeah.
So, we had to go to Spartanburg for anything.
My parents live just south of that. They live like just in Inman, just over the border.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, we were practically neighbors.
We actually lived in Spartanburg when I was there, and then they moved a little bit. I don't know what's going on with my amp. I may have to fix my. Oh, you know what it is?
Not plugged in?
Not plugged in, yeah. That would be why my tuner wasn't working earlier when I was trying to tune. I'm a professional. Don't worry about it.
Oh, hi, Lee. Can you see the comments on your side?
I cannot. Let me see if I can if I pull it up on my computer. 1 second.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Are you on computer or phone?
I'm on my phone, but I have my computer pulled up. Just need to mute it real quick. I'm trying to pull it up big screen. See if I can do that. Now I can see it. Okay, there we go. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Lee.
All right, yay.
To Sherry and Sam and all the and Keith and all the family. My guitar players. That's my guitar players' in-laws. Keith's had a really rough week this week, and so sending him lots of healing prayers.
Oh, yes, definitely. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right. So we'll start out with a little one. I wrote this with Mr. Steve Goody, who's a good friend of mine. Most people know him as a comedian, but he also writes normal songs too. So we'll start out with this. This is one we put out at the beginning of the year. We put a video out. Check it out on YouTube. Throw a little gas.
All right.
Let me know if you can't hear me or anything. We thought it burned out. There's still an ember, just enough to light a spark. A little flicker made me remember how hot we burned in the dark. We both know this can't be sustained. Let's light it up anyway. Let's throw a little gas on this old flame. Burn up the night till the light of day. The heart of the fire, quicker it burns. Baby, we can't be contained. So let's throw a little gas. Throw a little gas. Throw a little gas on this old thing. On this old thing. There's still a passion fueled by the past, growing stronger in the night. There's no denying this heat's rising, just wait tonight. No illusions beyond the dawn. Come on, baby, just bring it on. Let's throw a little gas on this old thing. Burn up the night till the light of day. The hotter the fire, the quicker it burns. Baby, we can't be sustained. Oh, let's throw a little gas, throw a little gas, throw a little gas on this old thing, on this old thing. We'll burn it up till we burn it out of control. Can't turn back now. Let's throw a little gas on this old thing. Burn up the night till the light of day. The hotter the fire, the quicker it burns. Baby, we can't be contained. Oh, let's throw a little gas, throw a little gas, throw a little gas in this old thing, on this old thing. Oh, this old thing.
Yeah.
Sorry for the dog chorus in the back, the dog background vocals.
That's all right. That's all right. Is that your Venmo that you have up behind you?
It is.
It is backwards. So if someone wanted to see it, they would not be able to read it.
You know what? So yours is actually straight on then. Typically it's mirrored.
Yep.
So I have one that's straight and I have one that's backwards.
There we go. That way, if someone wants to put something in there, they can see it.
Well, when I'm in selfie mode, it doesn't show up except backwards.
Oh yeah.
So I got used to. I printed it off backwards. Well, that kind of worked. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. Technical difficulties, right?
Always.
Let's see if that's not going to stay.
Oh no.
There, maybe. There we go. Just kidding. Oh, that's what it is.
Hold it up and I'll put it in the comment and then put it on the screen. Okay. Is it Amanda P. Cornett?
It is. Which way? I'm like, which way's the camera?
Amanda P. Cornett.
Sweet.
Is that all I have to put? .com?
AmandaPaigeCornett.com, but it's Venmo's and Instagram are Amanda P. Cornett.
Okay.
Thanks.
Venmo is Amanda P. Cornett, right?
Correct.
Okay. Make sure I have it right on here.
I usually have it. I'm usually backwards, so I have it. Like I said, I have it mirrored.
There we go. We put it up on the screen. That way people will see it. Oh, crap. I did it again. I want to just give you like one T for some reason. I did that on something I posted earlier, and I was like, no, she's 2 T's.
I didn't even notice it. But I would notice it on that because that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
There we go.
Work. All right. I think that's correct now.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. All right, people. Y'all heard it. If you want to put anything in Amanda's Venmo, there it is for her. Yeah. And y'all know these artists are hurting. Like so many people are hurting right now during this COVID mess. The ones that are not getting to work, that they can't work from home. And even though, yes, a lot of these artists are still making music and putting music out, it is a while before they see a return from that. I feel like people outside of the industry don't necessarily understand that. So anything that y'all can do, please send their way. Not getting to play live shows, not getting to get out and tour, that is their bread and butter. That is what they depend on to pay their rent or their mortgage or put food on the table, whatever it is. So anything y'all can do to help out, I'm trying to point to it.
Thank you. Yes.
There.
And buying music too. If you have enjoyed having music during this like pandemic, purchase music. I know it's easy to get it for free, but I'm like, please go on and buy it, because if you realize that you wouldn't want to experience this pandemic without TV and without music and the arts, it would be pretty awful without those. So
absolutely. Now on your end, will it let you click on the comment you made so that will show up on your screen, and then we can have both of them up?
Is that what I do?
Yeah, just click on it.
Do I click on chat?
If you move your cursor over the comment, it should say show. Once you move it over that, if it doesn't say show, then it doesn't give you that ability. It may just be me.
I think it might just be you.
Okay. Yeah, and I can only have one comment up there, but the other comment, y'all can see it in the comments. They'll be able to see it in the comments. So I'd rather leave your Venmo up than your website right now. Yeah, but we've got her website up. It is www.Amanda Paige, Page Cornett. And I emphasize that because I wanted to put an I in Page.
No, I need to get the website that's no I in Page and just be like, my website is no I in Page.
No I in Page, yeah. No I in Page and 2 T's. Yeah, I messed up doing it like that on something I posted. Reason why, my middle name instead of Stacy was supposed to be Paige, but my mother was going to spell it Paige. Yeah. So
I don't know why they had to go and add an extra letter.
I know, right? Well, that's why Stacy is spelled weird, because my mom's name is Lynn with an E. So I had to be Stacy, I-E. My sister is Tammy, Tami. So, we all had to be different.
That's okay. It makes it memorable.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. Appreciate that. And, nobody ever spells my name right, but that's okay. I'm used to that. It's all good. I mean, after all these years, I've adjusted.
Right.
All right. So since you're not getting to get out and play live music and do all the normal things, what have you been doing filling up your time during COVID?
Well, I have been writing some on Zoom, and I'm always writing, working towards the next stuff we're going to record. We've been mostly releasing stuff from the Front Porch Rebel album lately. I'm really thankful that it worked out. It was probably like a God incidence that I was able to do a few music videos last year, so I haven't had to stop releasing stuff. Because I recorded more than I needed to in 1 year, and thankfully I've had them to be able to release, since we can't really video anything right now. So I've just been trying to still get the music out there, still keep writing new music for future albums, and my band and I have talked about doing a little bit of a heavier album, like EP too, just for fun and kind of in the Hailstorm style, and taking a little more of the rock side. And we just love having fun. We enjoy music that we enjoy, and we wanted, when Randy, my guitar player, and I went in the studio, we decided to make an album that we loved, and we did 6 months pre-production on it, and really proud of Front Porch Rebel. Really proud of it. I know everybody thinks they make great albums, but we really do believe we made a great album.
Yeah, you're definitely more on that country rock side.
Yeah,
and I love that. And now in some of your songs, I've picked up a sound of a female singer that I absolutely love. And I don't know if you've heard this before, but I hear some Olivia Newton-John.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard Crystal Gale. I've heard some other things too. So
Yeah.
I always say we're somewhere between the Judds and Janis Joplin.
Yeah. Yeah. That's almost perfect. That is almost perfect.
In fact, that's what
I never thought of your song title being that. But
that's where it came from. The first single off the Front Porch Rebel album is Judds and Joplin, because that's how I've described my music. And somebody said, you should make that a song. So we did.
Perfect. Yeah. But it's like, I heard that a little bit of Olivia Newton-John in the Carolina song.
Okay, that's fair.
That's where I picked it up at. And it wasn't like the whole song. It was just like some words every now and then. And I was like, who is that? Who is that? And then that came through to me.
Nice.
That's definitely a compliment, because I love that woman. She is freaking, she's a rock star. I love her.
Being in North Carolina, did you catch that it's a shag beat?
I did, yes. Okay. And I'm upset because I don't know how to shag at all.
Well, you have to learn. I'm not very good at it, but it's still fun.
Yeah, it looks so fun. So fun. My best friends, her parents, they shag like you would not believe. And I'm like, I've got to learn how to do that. That looks like so much fun.
It really is. It's and I always have to explain to my England fans, the shag is in South Carolina. So I have to explain to them that the shag is not the same in the Carolinas as it is in England.
Yeah. No. I think and especially like in the Myrtle Beach area, I mean, that's where it was born.
The movie Shag actually is started in my hometown in Spartanburg. So
really?
Huh.
I didn't know that.
In high school though.
Interesting.
With Phoebe Cates and Bridget Fonda.
I haven't seen that, so that's interesting.
It's a little movie from the probably 80s. It's like set in the 60s.
Really? Huh. I missed that. That's weird. I missed that. I have to say, you must love purple, as I do.
I do. I'm a big purple person. Plus, 2 of our band babies have cystic fibrosis, and purple is the cystic fibrosis color. So I actually loved purple before that, but it happens to work really well. So
that does. Yeah, purple has a couple of different meanings to me as well. I mentioned, I don't know if we were on air or if it was before we got on, that I have Chiari. Chiari Malformations color is purple.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and September is actually Chiari Awareness Month.
Awesome.
And then also purple is the color for domestic violence.
Yes, I did know that one.
Yeah, and I am a domestic violence survivor, so I wear my purple proudly for that.
I did a benefit in South Carolina for domestic violence not too long ago, and it was right before when they were trying to get Kyla's Law enacted.
I know them. Yes,
I think you did, because of I know they're in North Carolina, and they got that law to become the standard for states to follow. So
yes,
I'd mentioned that too. I got the family, Kyla's family was there, or her grandparents or whatnot were there, and I got to meet them at the benefit. So
yeah, they are amazing people. Amazing people. I actually got to meet Kyla before she passed away. I did. We were at Myrtle Beach, and they had the coolest buggy that they made for her, like beach buggy, like a beach buggy wheelchair or something. And they were pushing her on the beach, and me and my friend, we just stopped them, and we were like, that is like the coolest buggy ever. And then we just got to talking to them. And if you've met them, you know how friendly they are. They are very talkative people. And because they love to get Kyla's story out there.
Absolutely.
And so they were telling us all about Kyla. And at that point, she was a little bit alert and she could still like focus on you. And so, I mean, I just talked to her and I just loved her up. She was such a doll, and talked to her mom and the grandparents. They were just wonderful people. And so I'm so glad that law was passed.
Yes.
So glad.
Hopefully her life will make a difference in the lives of a lot of others.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. I mean, that is just that whole story is just tragic. I actually have another part of my show that I do on Wednesdays. It's called The Other Side. And typically I focus on like guitar players, drummers, publicists, whatever, the behind the scenes people, anybody besides you, anybody besides the front person,
the people that make it happen in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Because I want them to have a voice too, and I want them to be showcased. But once a month, I want it to be something that is something not to do with music at all. Mm-hmm. Just something completely outside of music. And so I plan on having Kirby on to tell the story about Kyla.
I think that'd be awesome. Please let me know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I really would love for that to be a story to get out there and just, I mean, they've done well themselves to get the story out there, but yeah. I just love that family so much, and anything I can do to help spread the word of Kyla's law.
I don't think either.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to you and music. We really got sidetracked there, but all because of a purple guitar strap. Those things need awareness brought. And I feel like any chance that I can bring awareness to anything that's important, bring it out there,
Yep.
It's kind of my theory on things. All right, let's get into Amanda a little bit and who Amanda is and what she's all about. So if you had not got into music, what would you be doing?
I would probably be an orthopedic surgeon.
Oh, that's right. Okay. You were in school for training for orthopedics or sports trainer?
Sports medicine, athletic training, yes.
Okay. So you would have went more the orthopedic route than sports trainer route.
I probably, if it weren't for music, I probably would have. I'm fascinated by the body and orthopedics, and I think it's pretty cool. But I did not want to go to school that long, so thankfully there was music.
Thankfully there was that pesky little dream of being a musician.
I mean, I've been a lot more money going the other route, but I would have been a lot more debt too.
Yeah, I was going to say the debt factor would have been a lot higher on the other side. But huge satisfaction on both sides.
Totally.
Both sides are extremely healing. Music is so healing. I mean, we need great musicians putting out great music because it is a healing. It's
universal. It doesn't matter what language.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm glad there's so many genres out there and different styles of music. There's that music for everyone. If you don't like country, there's pop, or there's jazz, or there's classical, or there's rock, or, whatever. There's something that everybody loves.
That's why we call ours Southern rock and soul.
Yeah.
It's a mix of Southern rock, country, and blues.
Oh, yes. That, I'm telling you, that's after my own heart right there. I love that. Sorry, I'm going to start coughing if I don't get something to drink.
Uh-oh, you don't have Corona, do you?
No. No Corona. No Corona. Don't want to have Corona. Keep Corona away from me. It can, we have been lucky and no one in my house has gotten it. And I want it to stay that way.
Yeah, I don't know very many. I know very, very, very few people who have gotten it, and the ones I know that have gotten it, thankfully, were not very severe.
Yeah, yeah. So. I would kind of like it to stay that way. I'm ready for it to just be done, be over with. But I tell you, if they come out with some vaccine, this girl ain't taking it.
Too soon.
Very too soon. Very too soon. I don't even take the flu shot. And I'm not going to. Sorry, excuse me. All right, before all this COVID came out, did you have a tour planned? Were y'all going to be on the road?
We were actively working on putting together our tour around the Southeast and trying to add some other places, Texas, and trying to kind of widen our spread, and then everything just kind of came to a halt. So, and maybe the only good thing is we've been doing so much online stuff that we've been able to pull in fans from other places that maybe wouldn't have known who we were beforehand, and that's been pretty cool. So hopefully we can start branching out to areas they're in. Like I know Lee is in New Jersey and has become an awesome fan and been really faithful and following everything, and I appreciate that. And hopefully we can start building on that once things open up more.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think it's been so great that everybody has been doing these online events. It's enabled fans to really get to know you guys better on a more intimate level, and that's why I like doing my interviews, not just and no offense to the people that do their interviews this way, but, not just the, regular old Q&A, question and answer thing. I just want to talk to you and get to know you, and because that's what the fans want. They want to know who Amanda is besides music. And so I have loved doing it, and I've absolutely loved talking to all the artists that I have. And I think it's just been a great thing. And it's not been something that, just the up and comers have been doing, right? But even some of the big name artists have been doing them too. Sadly, they're doing them though with places like, The Boot and CMT. Not people like me, but
hey, that's their loss.
Exactly. I mean, if Tim McGraw can't see the good here, no, I'm just kidding. It's all good. It's all good. I love what I'm doing and I'm having a blast, and that's what matters. So, throughout school, so you said you were going towards like sports medicine. Did you play sports in school?
I did not. I had bad knees, or I had a bad knee growing up. So that's how I ended up in sports medicine. Couldn't do gymnastics or basketball anymore. So I kind of went the orthopedic route. I'm still very athletic. I just wasn't able to do sports at the time. So, and I still get in the gym most days. I don't know if you noticed, but on the, I made sure to make a point of that on my takeover yesterday, because I think it's really important, especially to be an entertainer, not just a singer. You have to stay. So I would think, especially for you guys, it's important to get in the gym or have some sort of workout routine, because I mean, a 2-hour set is grueling. Oh yeah, tomorrow's a 3-hour set. So,
that's even worse. Yeah, because I mean, y'all are so energetic when you're out there, and I mean, you've got to have that stamina to last that amount of time, especially in the heat. I would think would make it even worse. So importance. I mean, not just for your health, but very important for your stamina during a show.
Absolutely.
So obviously I've not seen one of your shows yet, but kind of describe what a typical show would be like. Are you more calm and mellow, or smoke and lights? you know, what's your show kind of like now? And when you get like huge and can have anything that you want to, what would be your like dream show setup?
Well, I have to say, the person that I've seen that I think the best entertainer I've ever seen, even though he was never like my top musician, is Garth Brooks. And I saw him back in the 90s when he was jumping out of the audience. And I saw him when he came to Nashville for the Flood concerts with no bells and whistles. And he was just as good with no bells and whistles. My goal is to be seen as an entertainer, not a singer. I think there's a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
An entertainer puts on a show, and whether they're singing a ballad, whether they're singing a rockin' song, you're captivated and you're paying attention. And that is my goal, is to be able to emote things so people can feel them. I have a mission statement for my music, which is to execute or to create and execute authentic musical experiences people can deeply feel. And
I like that.
I truly believe, even if you're not a big fan of the type of music that I make, like if you listen to my album, 15 songs, you're going to find one that you relate to.
Yeah. Yeah. Relatability is definitely something that I think every artist should have. No matter what the genre is, if you can't write a song that at least one person can relate to, then you've lost the point of music.
And it's really not about me. It's about my fans. And some songs do come from personal experience and some don't, but like playing out and stuff has made me a different writer as well, because now I write some songs. If I'm going to write a fun song, you're going to be able to sing along with it by the second chorus.
Yeah.
And you don't even realize it. And you may not even know it's an original because you can sing along so quickly.
Yeah. So where do you get the inspiration for your songs if they're not all from personal experiences?
Wherever. If you are anywhere within earshot of a songwriter, anything you say can be used in a song.
So be careful what you say. It could be used against you.
People say random things. Exactly. I always joke that be careful if you date a songwriter, because you may be immortalized forever in song, and you might not ever know which song it is, and you might not like it. But it really can come from my co-writers. It can come from me. It can come from something I've heard somebody say flippantly. I heard somebody say, "There's not enough beer for that," one time, and we turned it into a really cool song that had nothing to do with the context I heard it in. Yeah. But we turned it into something cool because it was a cool line. I mean, I'm always listening, and I have some amazing co-writers. Nashville's a big co-write town. My first guitar teacher, I don't know if you know Joe Bennett and the Sparkle Tones from Spartanburg, but Joe Bennett and the Sparkle Tones had a top 10 hit when they were 15 called Black Slacks, rockabilly tune. And the best advice I've ever gotten as a songwriter was when he said, "Okay, so you write when you feel like it. Here's a title. I want you to write to this." Because we lost our record deal because we couldn't write except when we felt like it. So I came back the next week and he said, "Oh, I thought about that. Maybe that was a little hard." And I was like, "Here's the song." So that was the most valuable advice I've ever gotten, to make it a craft and a skill, not just a talent.
Yeah. Huh. I like that. I like that. I've never heard that before, but I would say that's great advice. Now, if you could only be a singer or a songwriter, one or the other, which would you choose?
I don't know how you can separate that. I mean, I know some people can, but I mean, I guess you have to be able to. I guess you don't have to be able to sing when you're writing songs, but somebody in the group does. I don't know. I don't know that I could answer that because I feel like they are too melded together. Yeah. For me, for some people, I know they can, but for me, it's like too melded together. It's one and the same.
Yeah, I've had several people answer that question that way, and then I've had some people not hesitate to say one or the other. So it seems like there's an equal divide of like a third, a third, a third.
Well, yeah, some people like don't mind singing other people's songs, and I'm not going to turn down a hit song if somebody else wrote it.
Yeah.
But I've been making up songs since I can remember, writing them since I was 9. And I mean, when we were picking songs for the album, we had 32 songs to start with and got it down to 16. We cut 16 and kept 15. And I was definitely open to other people's songs as well. It just happened to be that we picked ones that I was a co-writer on.
Yeah. Now, what is your process on picking the songs for your album? Or do you have a process? How do you decide which ones make it?
My guitar player, Randall Scott Peterson, and I got together and literally went through and just listened to a ton of different songs. Again and again and again. We knew, because I've been playing with my band for over 9 years. Randy's on guitar, his brother is on drums, and his sister is on bass. So it's
that is so cool.
Yeah. The bass player and drummer are twins, so you can't get a better rhythm section than that. And
wow.
So, we've kind of solidified my style by playing together and like bringing our different styles together and melding it into one. And so we wanted to pick songs that meant something, that either made you jump, laugh, gave you some sort of feeling, whether it was mad, whether it was, happy, whether it was just real. And we went through it, and Randy's such a great melody guy that he wanted to make sure everything was melody pleasing to the ears. And I'm really much more strong on the lyric side. So I wanted to make sure every lyric came out the right way in conjunction with the melodies. And we really worked really well, like the yin and yang of the two of us. So
yeah.
If anybody needs co-producers, we're a great team. So
that is crazy how your band is. I love that. All right, one more question, then we're going to get another song in. I should have already done that by now, but I just can't stop talking. All right, since you and your band are so close and you've been together for so long and they're all siblings, what if some huge record label from Nashville was offering you everything that you ever dreamed of, but they said, we just want you, not your band?
Well, that would definitely be difficult. What's up, Beth? But it's one of those things where I am technically a solo artist, but I would love for them to go with me.
Yeah.
And I mean, we know that they play with other people as well, and they have their own lives as well. But I mean, it would be hard to recreate the sound that we get together.
Yeah. I remember like watching that in a movie one time. Oh, hey, Jill. Yes, I made it with her. I'm so sorry about last night. I love you, Jill. I hope you still love me. Jill is great. I love her. Yeah, I remember watching that in a movie sometime. I don't remember what movie it even was, but that's what they wanted the artist to do. And I remember thinking in my head, I was like, how would you do that?
It happens a lot. It happens a lot. And
yeah, I can imagine.
And it's a choice you have to make. It depends on where you are. I mean, we've kind of done things different already. I didn't wait on a record label to help me make an album. We figured out who I was as an artist, and we went to Muscle Shoals, and we made it ourselves.
You go, girl.
Paid for the whole thing. I busted my tail to raise the money, and it took me like 3 years, and we went down to Muscle Shoals. And we didn't want to make a typical Nashville album. We wanted to make an album that we loved, not because people were telling us what to make. And I think we did that. So
yeah, I love that. And that's what I think the independent artist of today is so not like the independent artist of 10 years ago. Independent artists today are doing so much more because I think they've figured out they can.
Internet has helped. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Don't have to depend on the big labels taking all our income.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeping everything.
Yeah, and I probably find myself like leaning towards the independent artist more so than I do the signed artist to some big label, because now I know what you guys are putting into it. I know
even the big hit songwriters are writing some amazing songs that you.
Oh yeah, don't misunderstand me. They work their butt off too.
Songs that you will never hear.
Oh yeah,
because the powers that be and that pick stuff for mainstream radio want to hear certain things, and they choose what's going to go on. So songwriters may write a song as a joke, and it goes to #1 because the powers that be love it. Yeah. And it might be the song that they wanted to never actually see the light of day, but hey, it's giving them a paycheck.
Oh yeah.
And that's the truth of it. And they're writing great songs, but sometimes the great songs aren't the mood that the powers that be want out. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would, I don't know. I mean, if I suppose if I was an independent artist and someone was handing me everything I needed to make all of my dreams come true, I guess I would deal with the negatives. But I just feel like I would have such a hard time having someone tell me what my album's going to be instead of me making my album what I want it to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And I think that another Carolina girl, Bridget Tatum, told me, she said, I was here for so long and was doing everything everybody else wanted me to be. And I didn't have success until I just gave up and just decided to be me. And that's really what it comes down to. If you can find out who you are without all the outside influences telling you who you are, I think it's still good to listen to advice of people that have had more success, because that can help. But I don't think all of the advice should be taken. Some of it should be, some of it shouldn't. And you have to decide for yourself. And it's really kind of being grounded in who you are and knowing what's right for you and what's not, and having good people around you to talk it out with.
Exactly. Great advice. Love it. But now I want to hear another song.
All right. So should we do Judds and Joplin, or we should do Carolina?
Judds and Joplin.
All right. Let's switch this up since we were talking about it.
Love it. Yeah, because we're going to end with Carolina.
Okay. Let me see.
Listen to me saying that like I'm the singer.
Oh, it's all good. That's why I asked. I'll stand up for this one. I can see if I have to adjust anything. It's just easier to stand. All right. Can you see me still? So if you like Janis Joplin or the Judds, you probably will notice some songs titles, but this is how I describe my music. So Mark Narmore and I got together. He's a big hit writer from Muscle Shoals area, and this is actually, I think, the first song we wrote together.
Awesome.
What kind of music makes me lose control? Digs real deep and soothes my soul, gets me dancing all night long. Give me a bass, low and mean, a slide guitar that can really scream, and a kick drum driving the beat of my heart. Oh, somewhere between the Judds and Joplin, what swing mixed with rebel rockin', heart-wrenching country twang on a little bluesy thing, anything that gets my blood pumping. Somewhere between the Judds, somewhere between the Judds and Joplin. Oh, you know, Mama, he's crazy, but I gave him a piece of my heart. Oh, have mercy, his love's got me falling apart. He likes to groove out on the floor, feels the kiss, and I'm ready for more when the lights go out. Rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Oh, somewhere between the Judds and Joplin, we're swing mixed with rebel rockin', heart-wrenching country twang on every bluesy thing, anything that gets my blood pumping. Somewhere between the Judds, somewhere between the Judds and Joplin. I'm gonna cry, 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 baby. But a girl night out is just the thing to save me. Oh, somewhere between the judge and Joplin, push swing mixed with gravel rocking, or Richie country swing, or a little blues thing. Anything that gets my blood pumping. Somewhere between the judge, somewhere between the judge and Joplin. Oh, throw in some paint on the ivory. A little scared to rock me. Bye-bye, baby, why not me? Oh, why not me? Oh, la-di-da-di-da-da-da-di-da-di-da-da. La-di-da-di-da-da-da.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to know how you stay standing still doing that song.
Well, it was hard. It's hard too.
Yeah, I would imagine. I'm guessing if you're on stage playing that, you're all over the place.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just let my band play that one so that I can sing.
Yeah, so you don't do guitar on that one at all.
I do not in person. What's up?
That way, all you have is the microphone, and you are just all over the place with it.
Yes.
I hear you on that. That would be me too. But I mean, I don't sing, so it wouldn't be me. But if I could, that's exactly, yeah. Because there's no way songs like that you can just stay still.
Oh no, it's so much fun, and I can go play with my guitar player, my bass player, and like just kind of jam out with them too.
Yeah.
I love playing. I really love playing with my band.
Yeah. So how do you play your guitar a lot throughout a show, or you just play about singing and let them play?
I probably play about a third of the time. I'm not a great guitarist, so I get by.
Pretty good.
I get by, but I have too much respect for the real guitarist to call myself one. But so I play about a third of the time, shows I can, and that way Randy can take some lead at times. But also sometimes it's just more fun to be the entertainer.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. And then when you don't have it, you're just have the freedom just to move around. And
I actually got a headset mic. I actually got one of Garth's mics that he has, one of the really amazing Crown mics.
Yeah.
I can't use it yet because I have to have a wireless transmitter and pack for it. So I'm working on trying to save up money to get one of those so that I can use it in shows. So I can actually move around with the guitar too.
Oh, heck yeah. I imagine those things are like mega expensive.
They're not too bad. They actually don't make them anymore.
Really?
Special runs, and my guitar player happened to ask the ref about it just at the perfect time.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I'm very excited about it. Hopefully I can get that pack soon, and once we start getting out there more, I can start wearing the headset a little more.
Heck yeah. I think that would be absolutely cool. Jovan, there you are. You were not on my last show. What happened? You broke your streak. Oh, no. Jovan is my friend from Scotland. He has a show like mine.
Awesome. And
unless I just missed him, and maybe he was on there. No, he wasn't. He just said, I know. Until the last show with Holiday State, he has not missed a single show since he discovered my show.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's been on every single one. He's been so busy. I totally get that. And sadly, I don't get to watch very many of his shows because him being in Scotland, of course, with the time change, it's about 2:00 in the afternoon when he usually does his shows. And I'm like swamped at that time.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm glad to see you on tonight. Good to have you. So, yeah, he likes to get on and I think check out the artists that I have. And so he's became fans of quite a few artists that I've had on. So, yeah, he does good. But his show's name is Night Owl. Night Owl. Yeah, so you'll have to check him out sometime. He's great. So do you come from a musical family?
My mom, I mean, my mom's always loved music. She's a big like Motown person, which I'm sure has influenced my music and the blues and stuff like that. My aunt, my dad's sister, played music and sang a lot. I just found out a few years ago when my dad picked up guitar and started playing my guitar. I'm like, since when did you know how to play guitar? He's like, oh, I used to dabble a little, and I was like, all right. Yeah. So I'm really the only one that's ever pursued it, really, and it's just a part of me. It picked me.
Yeah. Yeah. How old were you when you discovered that you could sing, you could, and this was something that you liked?
To talk.
Ah, okay.
I was making up songs before I could complete sentences. And like I said, I started writing them down when I was 9 and recording them on little like tape recorders and such. So I didn't start playing guitar until I played piano for a few years, which was good for music theory. And
yeah,
it just wasn't my jam. I kind of wish I could play it now, but but I started playing guitar so I could put music to my songs. And if I could go back, I would have learned to be on guitar too, because that would have been smart. But yeah. It would make me better.
I think a lot of people don't realize when they're little how helpful piano is.
Oh yeah. But the theory on piano is so different than on guitar too, that I was like, I just want to be able to play, which was a little bit naive. So I'm learning more now, still taking lessons and stuff to try to get better.
Yeah, I can't play any. I remember when I was like, how old was I? Maybe 15. I begged my mom for a guitar. I wanted an electric guitar and I was not having anything else. Well, she got me one for Christmas. I took lessons long enough to learn how to play Stairway to Heaven and I was done.
That was it.
That was it. And now I could kick myself.
Well, it's never too late. It's never too late to learn. I have a friend who's 75, and when she turned 70, she started taking bass lessons, which I think
really. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I'm just glad that my daughter has my granddaughters playing. I have 11-year-old twins, and then they have a 9-year-old sister. And so they all three play something. One of them's playing the piano, one is playing a guitar, and the other is playing a violin fiddle. It's got to be called a fiddle. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They're gonna have their own little band there.
Yeah, they'll be like my band.
Yeah. So I think it's so neat that they're all playing, they're loving it, and they're doing pretty good. So even
you can't beat that sibling chemistry.
Oh yeah. And the girls, they are so close. They're so close. So yeah. And even through COVID, they've still been doing their lessons. They're taking them virtually. So yeah, it's going really, I love it. I love that they're doing that. How different has it been for you to try to get adjusted playing these online shows when you have you don't have any idea how many people are watching you or is going to be watching you right now. All you can see is me. How hard has that been to try to do that?
It's different. I definitely feed off audience participation and audience feedback. Yeah. But I guess it goes back to the old entertainment adage, you play a show like there's a million people, even if there was only one in the room. Yeah. Obviously, it's a little bit hard when I don't have the rest of the band, but I think it's actually probably made me a little bit stronger as a guitar player, just because I've been having to do it, and I don't have crutches around. So, and it's definitely different. When the first time I played out in person after doing all the online shows, I was really distracted by all the people, because I was like, oh, there are people here. Oh. And then I'd be like, oh, wait, I got to keep playing. I was so excited that like I could see people and see their reactions. But then I realized, oh, wait, don't get distracted by that. So.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that would be, I think it's going to be so crazy when everybody gets back out playing live and we get to get back out seeing people play live. I mean, we're going to be so freaking excited. The crowds are going to be louder than they have ever been.
Well, if you're in the Nashville area, tomorrow, 3 to 6 Central, my band and I are actually playing live, full band, at Hot Springs Beer Park in Murfreesboro, and we're very excited. It's a really, they have a lot of property, and it'll be an outside show. If it's raining, they'll have us on the porch, but there's plenty of room to social distance, so you can still come out and listen to live music and not have to worry about getting yourself in a bad situation.
Yeah. Now, is that something they've been doing out there, or is this something they just started?
I believe that they started the outside stage on 4th of July, and we got to play that show. We were actually on the inside stage that day, but they have big garage doors that they can keep open.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you're standing in line for like the bar to get some of their brews, they have it set up to where you're 6 foot apart from each other in line, and because it opens up to the outside, there's not a wall in the back. So yeah, it's pretty great. I'm very excited to play tomorrow, and
that's cool.
It's about time.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you're going to get out there and get to do that. So y'all heard her. If you're in the area tomorrow, check it out. Otherwise, if you are already following Amanda, great. If you're not, be sure to go follow her. She has music out on Spotify. So I'm sure that it's on all the other musical platforms as well. So go buy it instead of stream it. And she's on Instagram. She's on Facebook. So make sure you go follow her. Are you on Twitter, TikTok?
I'm on Twitter. I mean, I don't get on there very often, but I tried TikTok. I need to get into it. I just haven't been able to yet.
Yeah, I don't do TikTok either. And now that I think that Instagram has these reels, I think that's probably taken over the TikTok. I don't know.
Because I know how to do Instagram, and, I can only do so much.
Yeah, exactly. And I think maybe Instagram was feeling that. So they come up with these reels to try to get people back from TikTok. I don't know. I never got into
on TikTok. You can use my music on TikTok.
Yeah, that's true. I never figured out the whole TikTok thing. So I'm just like, I'm not about trying to figure out something new. I got enough. That's what I think anyway. But all right. Well, I hate to, but let's go ahead and end this with, well, I mean, I'm glad because I'm ready to hear this song, but I've had such a good time with you. I hate to end the interview, but at least we're going to end it on a great note. So tell everybody about this song, how it came about.
So I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Grew up with a lot of the, Marshall Tucker Band kids and everything, and beach music. And there was a really cold winter we had in Nashville, and two of my co-writers, Tracy Colling and Kevin Roby, and I got together, and we just wanted some warmth. And so we said, let's write a beach song. Tracy grew up going to the beaches in South Carolina as well. And Kevin actually took his first trip with us, playing guitar with us one time. And so we just decided to write it and put a lot of little references in there. If you're in the Carolinas, we would love for one of the chambers of commerce to pick this one up. So.
Oh, yeah.
Or that new TV show, the Outer Banks, But if you're from the Carolinas, you'll probably notice the reference. If you know how to shag, get up in your living room, enjoy shagging, and enjoy the music.
All right.
So I'm going to stand up again.
She's like, I can't do this sitting down.
I just prefer standing. There you go. So this goes out to all my Carolina people. How about that?
All right. Yeah.
Go to the beach with me, if you will. There's a place where the wind don't care, salty breeze blowing through my hair. Oh, won't you take me there? Crescent moon is shining bright down on me and my baby tonight. Oh, I need a little piece of paradise. It won't take me down to that Carolina coast, but the motion of the ocean heal my soul, build a mansion on the sand. Sure could use some shore. We'll sit back and watch the palmettos blow, smell the jasmine in the air as the sunlight flows on that Carolina coast. There's a wave rolling through my mind, memories of carefree time. Oh, they carry me away with the tide. Barefoot shagging in the sand, swaying to a boardwalk band, still I kiss. Oh, how I wish I were there again. Oh, take me down to that Carolina coast, let the motion of the ocean heal my soul, build a mansion on the sand. I sure could use some shore. We'll sit back and watch the palmettos blow, smell the jasmine in the air as the sunlight flows on that Carolina coast. Cheerwine fire, sun-kissed glow, sweet magnolia, oh, I wanna go. Well, take me down to that Carolina coast, let the motion of the ocean heal my soul, build a mansion on the sand. I sure could use some shore. We'll sit back and watch those palmettos blow, smell the jasmine in the air as the sunlight glows on that Carolina coast. We'll sit back and watch the palmettos blow, smell the jasmine in the air as the sunlight glows on that Carolina coast. Whoa, whoa, take me there. I wanna go to that Carolina coast.
Yeah. I'm wanting to go to the beach now. Yeah. I mean, when do you not want to go to the beach?
Want to go to the beach, but don't get there very often.
I know. That's the sad part. I get there and I'm only 5 hours from there, but I only get there like at least once a year. Sometimes twice.
Right? It's a great place. Yeah. They can't beat water.
No, I mean, that is definitely my happy place. You plop me on the beach somewhere and I am the happiest person around. Yeah, I love that song. That is just like, I don't know if it's because I'm, from the Carolinas or I love the beach or that. I don't know what it is. That's just my favorite.
We put a music video out for it about a month and a half ago. So please check it out on YouTube. It's on Facebook as well. YouTube algorithms are better.
And when you go to YouTube, people like, comment, share.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. We had a lot of fun. That's one of the music videos we finished last year, thank goodness. And so we were able to put it out this year. So
awesome. Awesome. All right. So what have we got to look forward to coming up anytime soon? I know you've been working on music. You've got stuff.
The next single I'm going to put out will probably be out in probably the next month or so. And I have a music video for that one as well, and that we will be finishing up and getting that out. So I'm always working on new music. I feel like some people make an album and put 2 singles on there. We tried to make an album with all singles. So, you know,
I like that.
Until we can get back in the studio, like, we're going to keep releasing songs from it because we believe in it.
Yeah, awesome. I like that. All right. Well, I cannot wait for the next Amanda Paige Cornett song to come out. Definitely looking forward to it. I wish I was in the area that I could come watch you live tomorrow. That would be great. So just a reminder to everybody watching, what was the name of the place again?
Hot Springs Beer Park. It's down in Murfreesboro.
Beer Park. Okay. Yeah. 3 to 6 tomorrow. 3 to 6 tomorrow?
3 to 6 Central, yeah.
All right. If anybody's in the area, y'all go check her out. I promise you it will be worth it. I've not seen her live yet. So if anybody does get to go tomorrow, message me and let me know what it was like live. I can only imagine. And one of these days we're going to get to see it.
Maybe we'll try to set it up to play live. I don't know if we can get that to work out or not, but that would be fun if we could.
Oh, yeah, that would be so much fun. Yeah, we'll have to do that sometime. All right. Well, Amanda, thank you so much. Thank you for being so wonderful about last night. I'm glad we could make it work tonight. And we're definitely going to have you back on again. I just think you're a doll, and I love you, and I love your music. So you are so welcome. You have a great time tomorrow, getting out there playing with the band. Have fun, and we will talk to you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. You are so welcome. And everybody that tuned in tonight to watch, I thank you for that. If you are watching the replay, thank you for doing that. This is Amanda Paige Cornett. Please go follow her. And I will see you guys again on Tuesday night. All right. Bye-bye.